Oh, g'day YouTube. Thought I'd do a quick video on our waste disposal service. I've got a green bin that's meant to be there for organics, which I never use. But we're going to get another 2 bins. Yeah, we're going to have 4 bins. So, yeah, another 1 bin, sorry. So we're going to have waste, green waste, this bin and 1 for glass. I think that's how it works. But this recycling thing's kind of a loaded term. I mean, just these items in the trailer. How are you going to recycle those? This is the old toilet cistern that I pulled out recently out of the bathroom. Nothing technically wrong with it other than the fact that it's plastic and it's scratched and, you know, it's got marks on it. But let's be honest, there's no good way of recycling it. It can't be reused. And I've kind of been sitting on it because I'm on the fence as to what really to do about it. If I take it to my local landfill, basically my resolve is just to take it straight to the tip and bury it in the ground. And I know people are going to be like, oh my god, that's terrible. And you're right, absolutely it's terrible. I mean, even, let's just go over here. This is the old exhaust off the VS Commodore. And let's be honest, this is actually pretty damn hard to recycle as well. This is metal, and you think, oh yeah, man, it's metal, just melt it down and make, you know, make car doors out of it for some Korean car. But it's not as straightforward as that, because inside that muffler's packed with fiberglass. That's kind of what's in a muffler, you know, some, not all, but certainly that resonator's full of fiberglass. So then you end up with another waste product you can't really do anything with except throw out in the ground. So I guess what I'm saying is it's all very well with these, you know, recycle and this and that, but like, where do you guys think the supermarket recycling bins go? Now, I've no proof other than what I've seen on the ABC, or I think it was the ABC. It might have been, yeah, it's The War on Waste it was called. It is on YouTube and it's worth watching. But they put GPS trackers in, you know, the soft plastic recycling bins, and it just gets buried at the tip. You know, you can't recycle that stuff. Even this couch here, all of the stuff that isn't cotton based, you can't really do anything with it. You're not going to make more fabric for a couch. The plaster here, just going to get buried in the ground. The only thing that's really easy to recycle is things like steel strapping, where it pretty much is just metal. Even this car here, obviously we never would, but if you just take this for example, if you scrapped it, most of it isn't metal. It's a newer car, so as in not from the 70s. So a fair bit of what's on the back end is plastic, and there's no good way of recycling it. Same with the interior. When you scrap a car, there's no real good way of reusing any of it. So I guess this pointless video is explaining part of the reason why, like this air conditioner, there's nothing wrong with it. It's done bugger all work. I'd rather put this in than buy a new one, because one, I know that the new one is inverter based, and inverters pretty much are designed to sell new air conditioners, because let's be honest, no one's going to pay $500 or $1,000 for a new inverter when it fails, which it will, because it's consumer grade unprotected crap that's designed to fail if a slug gets into the inverter board or a snail or whatever. This thing, the most sophisticated piece of control gear, is the de-ice control. Basically, it's got a discharge line thermostat, which is this guy here, because it's reverse cycle, but it's well made. I mean, it doesn't even have a contactor, which I want one in there. But basically, it's got a thermostat controlling the compressor. So, well made old stuff. I mean, there'd be a point in putting a compressor in this. Well, I guess the upside of having inverter-powered air conditioners and stuff is they're not going to be like this unit where the compressor's just simply worn out from doing too much work. Inverter-based air conditioners are never going to wear out. They're never going to do enough work because the inverters are going to fail long before that's a problem. So, I guess what I'm saying is just be mindful of what you buy in the first place, because, like, this air conditioner here is pretty ugly looking. It got left out in the sun, so all of the wood grain is kind of gone. Think 1970s, 80s school desk, but this is what it looks like after all of the wood looks gone. You know, just be mindful of what you're replacing. If it works, have it serviced. I mean, don't just go straight to replacing it. Even if it costs a couple of $100 to get an AC serviced, what's the big deal? Like, it's a lot cheaper than a new one. Same with cars. I mean, rather than run out and buy a new car, I mean, maybe consider an old car. It's better for the environment. The most energy a car's ever going to use in its lifetime is being made in the first place. And if it's electric or hybrid, then it's going to be hugely energy dense in its manufacture. Like Teslas, for example, are made of aluminium. And aluminium is one of the most energy intense materials known to humanity. Probably only aside from fiberglass. These old cars were designed to be kept 30 years. And this car here is 1996. So, it's paid for itself. If you needed to put an engine in it for $3,000, it's cheaper than buying a Kia or whatever anyway. And let's be honest, Kias are really a 5-year car. Sorry, 7 years. You know, they're designed to be kept for the warranty period, and that's about it. It's like in 2020. Why we need this crap delivered. These go in the bin. Yellow pages. Most of the phone numbers I want aren't in them anyway. Hugely wasteful. I mean, this should be an opt-in service, not a, you know, everyone gets one if you want one or not. I mean, what the hell am I going to do with it? So, yeah, just be mindful of what you're bringing home in the first place. Because chances are, the best place for things is in the ground, not in a recycling facility. Because you can't turn a soft drink bottle into another soft drink bottle. I mean, yeah, no real good way of doing anything. So, you could burn it, which is bad for the environment. You could recycle it, which produces waste. You can't get around that. So that's it. You know, whatever you do to process material, it's going to create waste and pollution. You have to chemically break down soft drink bottles to make another soft drink bottle because you can't just melt them down, or else the plastic you get contaminated with whatever might have been in the bottle. Would you be happy with contaminated plastic that, say, someone kept petrol in a soft drink bottle, which I'm guilty of doing that? We shouldn't be making this crap in the first place. So recycling isn't really the problem, it's overproducing that's the problem. We've become lazy and spoilt to the point where rather than look at buying a second-hand air conditioner and giving it a coat of paint, we're straight out to buy a new one. And let's be honest, the new ones are absolute crap. Like, they're not really designed to be kept. And same with new cars, they've got Google computers in them and electronic this and that, and what do you reckon's going to happen when they're 20 years old? They're not going to be repaired. No one's going to spend thousands on computers. This car doesn't have any computer control stuff in it except the ECU and the body control module. Even the heater controls in this are about as sophisticated as switches and things. Uses vacuum and vacuum switches. Same with that. That's slightly more sophisticated, but still pretty basic. This could be fixed, but the newer cars, they're not. You couldn't fix them when they're 20 years old. You won't be able to buy the parts anyway. Disposable consumer crap.